A very good evening. Welcome to UBC News Tonight, coming to you live from the Now Avenue. My name is Sharon Chomjasha, joined by Mugalu Mohammed on sign language. Let's take a look at the top stories of the day. Tonight, Premier Nabanja commends a Zaverian movement for charitable work. Still to come, MK supporters clean Kampala City and Kira division. Community engagement, awareness creation key in averting climate change effects. You're welcome once again. My name is Sharon Chomjasha. In our top stories of the day, the Prime Minister Nabanja Robina has lauded the Zaverian movement in the Catholic Church for their charity work towards humanity. The Zaverian movement empowers its members to put their faith in action by practicing the virtues of love and charity.
While addressing the Zaverian Movement International Conference at Namugongo, the Prime Minister Nabanja said government recognizes the role played by the movement in serving humanity. Nabanja commended the members for keeping the Zaverian movement alive and assured them of government support in their endeavors.
I want to once again thank you, Monsignor, for inviting me and for organizing this very important conference. On behalf of government, the President of the Republic of Uganda, I welcome all the delegates to Uganda from other parts of the country, of Africa.
Nabanja appealed to the young generation to join the Zaverian movement to serve humanity and also appreciate the need for charity.
I'm glad to note that young people are increasingly joining the Zaverian movement, and I've seen them by myself. And so I want to encourage that more young people should join, so that the virtue and many other charitable benefits can reach the grassroots.
The Secretary General of the Uganda Episcopal Conference, John Baptist Kauta, commended President Museveni for supporting the church and the development of the country.
We want to assure you that you really love us. And if we had a way of expressing this to His Excellency the President, we would. And surely he knows you love us. In spite of being very, very busy, and you beat me to it, I was planning to come knowing that possibly you would come later, but you came much earlier than even me. Your group assured me that no matter how limited time is, the Right Honorable Prime Minister wants to make a difference and attend.
The priest in charge of Zaverian movement, Reverend Father Bernard Mugerwa, says the Zaverian movement is facing some challenges in their quest to serve humanity.
Our biggest challenge in Uganda as Zaveri is actually in the development. We have been doing a lot of trainings to various dioceses, but developing and helping young people to get skills is one of the greatest problems. So we would like in the future, together with our patron from the White Fathers, we have been discussing this so that we may get a home we may get a center for Zaveri where there is training.
The conference is being attended by members from Rwanda, Burundi, DRC Congo, and Burkina Faso. The Zaverian movement was established in Bukavu in DRC Congo in 1952 and named after St. Francis Xavier, a Jesuit missionary in India. The Prime Minister, on behalf of the government, donated 10 million shillings to the Zaverian movement to facilitate them in serving humanity. The Zaverian movement has over 70,000 members in Uganda and is spread to over 19 dioceses.
Now, a section of MK movement members have conducted a general cleaning exercise in Kampala and Kira division of Wakiso district with an aim of creating awareness among communities about the benefits of living in a clean environment. The cleaning exercise is an activity happening every last Saturday of the month as directed by General Muhoozi Kainerugaba.
Every last Saturday of the month, General Muhoozi Kainerugaba supporters under the MK movement conduct a nationwide general cleaning exercise. This Saturday, members of the movement cleaned up Kampala city suburbs. The team was under the command of the MK movement national vice chairperson for Western Uganda, Balaam Baragahara.
Let's keep Kampala clean. Let's maintain our city clean, and let's do whatever we can to ensure we have a clean city. That is a call by General Muhoozi. And for those of you in the villages, still mukole bulungi bwansi. From long ago, we used to have bulungi bwansi on Saturdays.
As Balaam and team focused on Kampala city, another team led by Franka Gashumba and Jennifer Kayera was conducting a similar exercise in Chira division at Charlie Wajala market.
When you see someone littering the city, talk to that person. We cannot enforce cleanness if we are not clean.
Today we are in Charlie Wajala as General MK launched the Bulungi Bwansi or Usafi Day. End of the month, every end of the month we have to do these activities, and this is why we are here to clean our city, to clean our trading centers, so that every Ugandan should do this. All the regions, all the districts, all the cities, all the trading centers.
The team also held a community engagement with youth from Kira division. Is a youth-centered organization commanded by the Senior Presidential Advisor on Special Operations, General Muhoozi Kainerugaba.
Well, moving on from that, Uganda National Academy of Sciences has released a report highlighting approaches to re-legalize community action for climate change adaptation. One of the key highlights in the report is the need to translate climate policies and regulations into action, especially at community level. Adiana Koche reports.
Uganda has experienced negative impacts of climate change, which include increased frequency of extreme weather conditions like floods as well as drought, resulting in socio-economic impacts that make communities vulnerable. Uganda National Academy of Sciences has released a report highlighting approaches to realize community action for climate change adaptation. The consensus study report, titled Owning Our Futures, underscores community engagement and mass awareness campaigns as key in climate change adaptation and mitigation.
The impacts of climate change are adversely affecting many sectors in Uganda, but the report also analyzes the evidence around the action that is going on, which is starting from community in an individual level to regional and even national level. And a lot of solutions are actually already underway. So the report amplifies the fact that there's need to build on the solutions that have been implemented in different sectors, whether it's agriculture, forestry, in cities.
Although external financing is still predominant, the report highlights the need for the mobilization of domestic resources to finance climate change priorities.
Is the fact that the possibilities around climate financing are yet to be explored. The reliance on externally financed climate action will continue, but there is importance also to think about domestic financing sources as well as the diaspora, and the mechanisms that are possible in that respect. And then the other highlight is about indigenous knowledge and integration of knowledge and different ways of knowing. Indigenous knowledge is just one, scientific knowledge, but knowledge also coming out of practice is immense.
That we don't rely on externally imported ideas, but rather we build our capacity and resilience, and then we build on those systems and attract financing to combat the effects of climate change.
The Ministry of Water and Environment is also trying to help local governments to implement the Climate Change Act.
Also, districts are tasked to formulate their district climate change action plans. Yes, we are coming up with guidelines to guide the districts to formulate their climate change action plans, which we believe will help them implement climate actions at their levels. Now, only 2 districts so far have finalized their district climate change action plans. That is Buikwe and Namaingo.
Climate change has become a global challenge threatening sustainable development. Adiana Kute, UBC.
President Yoweri Museveni has urged student leaders in the country to make correct decisions which benefit the country and avoid being used by self-seekers to engage in demonstrations. This was contained in a statement delivered by the government chiefship Hamson Obua during the closure of a National Students and Youth Leaders Empowerment Summit at Makerere University.
Several occasions, students from various universities through the Uganda National Students Association have been organizing workshops to educate and empower them in different areas. During the closure of Students and Leaders Summit, the government chief whip, Hamson Obua, who represented President Yoweri Museveni, thanked student leaders for organizing a summit to impact them with knowledge about the history of this country.
There must be no distortions or confusion when it comes to national development and socio-economic transformation of Uganda. It is important to undertake such training in order to immunize yourselves against any form of confusion or ideological disorientation.
In a statement, President Museveni urged youth to avoid being misused by self-seekers because the country has been through a lot to attain the peace and stability prevailing now. Hamson Obua said involvement of youth in government programs such as Youth Livelihood Program, being patriotic and Pan-Africanist, ought to be at the forefront of the youth's activities.
In the wealth creation campaign to address the challenge of household poverty, 38% of our homesteads are still grappling with poverty because they are still engaged in subsistence agriculture, producing for only the stomach.
Obua said government will continue to cooperate with students' leaders across the country to help in uplifting and empowering their ideas to attain economic development. Minister of Information, Communication and National Guidance, Dr. Chris Baryomonsi said such meetings will help the government and students to reach out to every student to share knowledge relating to uplifting their livelihood.
These who have the opportunity to be leaders, it's important that we interact with them. We share with them experiences, we build their skills because they are the leaders who are going to continue where we shall stop.
Meanwhile, the Office of the Prime Minister has met with the Uganda Youth Coalition to discuss how they will participate in attaining sustainable development goals come 2030.
Find that out of 10 young people who are being included, 2 or 1. So that means that's about 10 to 20% of the inclusion of young people. We are fighting for 70% inclusion.
We are reviewing and rolling out the strategic plan for young people as they engage in the implementation of the Sustainable Development Goal.
A senior management officer in the Prime Minister's office, Onesimus Kansime, said the role of youth in the SDGs is clearly stipulated and they should work with them to implement objectives of this program.
So the strategic plan that is going to be followed by the young people, especially the members of the Uganda Youth Coalition, sits so well in this roadmap of implementation that operationalizes the national coordination framework.
I'm Nafka Farida and Joseph Moyingo.
Thank you so much, Farida. Uganda and Tanzania veterinary doctors are in Kampala to map out strategies for the prevention and management of foot and mouth disease, controlling transboundary animal disease rampant in both countries. The meeting aims at promoting public-private partnerships for the veterinary domain in both countries. Uganda and Tanzania face similar limitations in fighting the foot and mouth disease in cattle.
For Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries, Frank Tumwebaze has urged veterinary doctors to look at challenges posed by foot and mouth disease and other transboundary animal diseases as advocated by the World Organization for Animal Health.
FMD is a serious disease that affects the credibility of our beef and dairy exports. So discussing common approaches like common vaccination calendar, like sourcing vaccines together, like collaborating on research, like collaborating on enforcement is really urgent, and it will help. We cannot handle it or control it on our own in Uganda without collaborating with Tanzania because we share a border.
World Organization for Animal Health emphasizes the joint efforts of the public and private sectors in assuming responsibility and pooling resources for effective disease management. Chief of Party at the United States Department of Agriculture, Martha Byanyuma, explained that they hope to come up with a validated draft implementation strategy for public-private partnerships in the veterinary domain to be piloted in Uganda and Tanzania.
So our program's intention, first and foremost, is to help the EAC implement the regional standards and guidelines that they have put in place. If we don't manage them efficiently and responsibly, our growth will be stunted. We have the international regional mechanism for coordination of animal diseases that was signed by all EAC partner states. We have memoranda of understanding between Uganda and Tanzania on how to implement this regional guideline.
The Chief Veterinary Officer, Tanzania, Dr. Oscar Mbuzi, lauded the timeliness of the workshop between both countries.
We really need to control these transboundary animal diseases. For sustainable business environment regarding livestock and livestock products, there should be sound strategies that will lead to the actual prevention and control of these diseases, including having harmonized programs on disease vaccinations.
The two-day symposium endorsed a draft public partnership for prevention and management of foot and mouth disease. Abiona Francisco, UBC News.
We'll take a short commercial break and we'll be back with more business stories.
These days, our homes are no longer just the places we live. It's where we attend meetings, go to class, keep each other safe, and entertain ourselves. To do this smoothly, you need a reliable internet connection. Buy the MTN WakaNet router, which connects up to 32 devices and gets a free 40 GB data bundle at only 149,000 shillings. Or buy the MTN WakaNet MiFi at only 75,000 shillings and enjoy a free 15 GB bundle to stream, study, work, and play on the go. Visit any MTN service center to buy the MTN WakaNet router or MiFi and enjoy the internet that does amazing things.
The land take for development of Tilenga, Kingfisher, and East Africa crude oil pipeline projects in Uganda is approximately 6,900 acres, with close to 10,000 project-affected persons. The compensation process involves an inclusive and participatory resettlement action plan study that provides for cash payment, physical resettlement, and livelihood improvement packages for the affected persons. 90% of all the project-affected persons have been fully compensated. 200 replacement houses have been constructed and handed over.
Nyangati Agnes Mfanazo. Aberu ma ot beru kabesendra wanyaru lum. Agera ot lum top. Onede podu pio. Ejuga majigera ot ma eni matinani iye. Maleng adonga chopo poringo kumachia. Sente dano wangu moko ola nyeo kodole moko machalo dielde. Moka konyo kodawi school nyekwa ya gibeteka somode.
Communities are also engaged in vocational skills, agriculture, financial literacy programs, employment, and contracting opportunities to improve their livelihoods and grow community content. The Petroleum Authority of Uganda, creating lasting value in Uganda's oil journey.
Hello, darling.
Hi, Granny.
What did you do this weekend?
Well, on Friday, I went on a science trip with my classmates to Windy to see the gorillas.
Then we watched the cup final in London.
Oh.
On Saturday, my friends and I met up to hunt some dragons again. Also, I taught the vacuum cleaner and the TV this new dance everyone's doing. They're really getting into it. And on Sunday, I went to bed watching the world from space. And you? Yes, seriously, Granny.
With Airtel 5G's lightning-fast speeds and seamless connectivity, you won't believe what's next.
Airtel, a reason to imagine.
Juko. Yo. Check the shopping, man. What's your secret?
Haven't you heard of the Parish Development Model PDM?
Yes, I did, but I thought it was just a talk.
No, Sebatia. It is real. I and a few friends together formed a circle, accessed money from the PDM, invested in a portrait project, and now things are moving.
Juko. I thought I was one of your friends.
You are.
But you left me behind.
I didn't leave you in poverty. What you do, just visit your LC2 chairperson and your parish chief and start the process of economic transformation. Just like that. The Parish Development Model is an initiative from the government of Uganda through the Ministry of Local Government designed to transform all lives of Ugandans for the better. PDM, my parish, my development, my life.
Are you tired of high fees and slow transfer time when sending money? Airtel Money is here to revolutionize the way you move your money. We have revised our rates Pakaku ground. Sending money from Airtel to other networks in Uganda, East Africa, and to the rest of the world has never been more affordable. Dial *185# and start sending money. Switch to Airtel Money today and experience unbeatable rates and top-notch services for all your local and international money transfer needs. Airtel Money, instant, secure, borderless.
Dear Airtel customer, we know that there are days when unexpected stays in hospital stand in the way of your family's welfare. That is why Hospital Center is here to give you up to 100,000 shillings every night you spend in hospital. Hospital Center also offers up to 4 million in funeral benefit. Dial *185*7*6# to purchase Hospital Center on Airtel Money for as little as 1,000, 3,000 or 5,000 shillings a month. Your cover for the first 1 month is free. Hospital Center is underwritten by Prudential and powered by Turaco. Prudential and Turaco are regulated by the Insurance Regulatory Authority of Uganda. Airtel Money is regulated by the Bank of Uganda.
Welcome back from that short commercial break. In our business stories, value addition, climate resilience, and taking advantage of the single market provision under the Africa Continental Free Trade Area has been earmarked as ways which can improve revenue returns of African crop farmers and advance decent livelihoods. This clarion call came out loudest from the Fair Trade Africa Delegates Annual General Assembly held at Hotel Africana in Kampala, as Crispus reports.
So
this gives a...
Diversification in farming, good land use and value addition have been pinpointed as the surest ways of keeping farmers earning amidst the varying climatic conditions.
Why we gathered farmers here is to emphasize that with climate change being really affecting their life, there's need to build systems that will help them overcome the shocks that they're experiencing. They need to diversify, they need to support the next generation, and foremost, they need to protect their livelihood. Because for sure, most farmers in Africa depend on single sources of income. So through diversification, through adopting different systems that help them build resilience, improve production, productivity, we'll definitely see climate change being overcome.
Worth noting, during this year's annual General Assembly of Fair Trade Africa, many African farmers are still unaware of the numerous intra-Africa trade opportunities which the African Continental Free Trade Area presents.
The African Continental Free Trade Agreement is creating a bigger market, not only for the agriculture, but then even other products that you will need. What you can export, what you can import from EU can be bought within Africa. One of the mandates of this agreement is to create a single market for you and me. As we are looking for trading outside the continent, we have the opportunity to still trade among the African countries.
A swift establishment of value addition infrastructure by African economies to mitigate the issue of low prices currently facing African coffee and tea farmers has been advised.
In Uganda, we have been exporting raw material, meaning raw coffee, being roasted in Europe and other countries of the world. They get much money when they roast that coffee. So I'm arguing and I prefer that we get facilities for coffee roasting. We pack it from here and we sell it. We start selling locally, meaning that when the market of roasted or value-added chain coffee grows, it's when we can also get involved in the outside buyers.
We should not be so much dependent on the EU. Because again, the EU is coming up with so many conditions. Every other day they are coming with the regulations. Okay? Only to pin us down. Okay? We are not even able to determine the prices of our products. We have become price takers. So we want to get away from that.
Fair Trade Africa is an umbrella network organization in Africa which is at the heart of strengthening trade, sustainable farming systems, and climate resilience among the African crop producers. Crispus Arinetwe, UBC News.
And in talking news, MTN has improved on their data voice bundles. You can now call across all networks for the same price. We've talked to several eyewitnesses on the ground, and this is what one of them had to say. Amos, did you hear about the MTN daily voice bundles? So, to join many more other Ugandans enjoying these MTN daily voice bundles, dial *100 *21# or use the My MTN app to start enjoying. Stay tuned for more offers from MTN.
And lastly, in our sports stories, the Kabaka of Buganda, Ronald Muwenda II, has officially closed the Bikabya Buganda football tournament in Mutesa II Memorial Stadium, Wankulukuku, Kampala. In men's football match, the Ngonge clan has managed to beat Mbogo clan with 2-0 respectively.
kabaka alamusa kuba Morogoro yatowa Sarasajja kabaka alamusa bazukulu ba Kayira ofuna amaliza tugenda kuyimba Omutaka Muteesa Asira Omutaka Nakirembeka Omutaka Luumwa Omutaka Walusimbi Omutaka Ensenene amazzi g'ekisasi ababito ab'ekibulala engonge omusu enkula ensuma embwa wamu n'emmamba namakaka tusanyuse nnyo okubalaba majjajja
Tell Uganda, we're proud to have come to the conclusion of this year's Bika football tournament. We are very proud and we are happy and we congratulate all the people of Uganda and all the fans from Uganda who came to attend these games. We feel they have been a very successful tournament and we hope to have an even better tournament as we move in the years ahead.
And first of all, I want to thank my teammates. If it was not all about them, I wouldn't have got this accolade. But I want to promise you, this is just the beginning. I hope more is coming on the way.
That's all we had for you tonight. Do join me again at 10 p.m. for more news coming your way. My name is Sharon Chomdisha, and as with Mugalo Muhammad on Sign Language, enjoy the next program.
UBC